Welcome to Profiles in Eccentricity, a show about weirdos. With your hosts, John Fahey, Aaron Peter, and Matt Brousseau.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Profiles in Eccentricity. It's a show about weirdos, doggone it. My name is John Boy. It is John Boy time. I am the COVID kid. I am COVID barely 18. I am your host, John Fahey. I did have some acid, but it's kind of old, so we'll see how that goes. Joining me as ever, prettiest son of a bitch under the sun, Michelangelo's David Duchovny. You're going to like the way he looks. Aaron Piet. Aaron Joseph Pita.
That's right. I'm the star of the Sex Files. And the Red Goo Diarrheas.
Oh, that's terrible.
What, you had some borscht?
Oh, the Red Goo Diarrheas?
These are shows that Michelangelo's David Duchovny would be on.
Yeah.
What kind of Red Goo Diarrhea is he having?
Borscht.
Yeah, he had a lot of beats.
And the silky smooth voice you're hearing to your right, Aaron, my left, handsome Matt Brousseau, the Frenchman henchman.
Oh, hi. Hello, boys.
Here he is.
Legal with it all.
Sacre bleu. Sacre bleu, my lord.
Yeah, there you go. There we
Like
go.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sacre bleu his load. Young Matthew Brousseau.
Hi. Hello.
That's there to stay.
Hi.
That's there to stay.
Yeah. It's a keeper.
A little bit of expired acid going on over here.
Well, we'll see how expired it may be. I didn't take the full dollop. I took 3/4.
Oh, boy.
So we'll see if there's liftoff, and we'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Well,
and
yeah.
we'll try and keep you grounded.
Inquiring minds want to know. I do want to say that, Aaron, you just posted it on our Instagram, which is Profiles in Eccentricity on Instagram. The
PP Podcast on Twitter.
Yes, I believe the main runners-up for the Michelangelo's David Duchovny, as I introduce you on the show, we had some of the listeners draw some beautiful interpretations of the idea, and you kind of put them together in a little slideshow and said the things that you like
About each one.
and the things you'd like more from them. And I think we're encouraging some collaboration here because you are going to get that image tattooed on your man frame.
Yes. So far, things are looking pretty good. I think with just a few minor tweaks and collaborations, I think that this would be some suitable artwork to permanently plaster onto my Michelangelo's David-like body.
Yeah.
Michelangelo's...
Do you say David Icke body?
Oh.
Yeah, it's all teal.
Michelangelo's David Icke, the big old lizard.
By the way, if you want to draw that and send it on over, we'll post it too. This, it's, the top three here. We've got James Dillenbeck, KMB artist, who is actually Katie Marie Bruce.
Yes.
And then we've got Cooper Milholland, who's also done some other artwork that they sent in.
Yes.
A Profiles logo,
Yeah, some
etc.
graphic design work.
Yeah, some very good
all
stuff.
very long-term listeners.
Yes.
We had a Google alert today. Somebody was on some message board.
Google alert.
A Google alert. Somebody put us on a message board. Somebody was saying, like, good podcasts with good rapport between the hosts.
Oh, okay.
And that was Jason, I believe this Suriname was the name. And
Jason's surname. Surname is surname.
No, but with an I. Suriname.
Suriname.
Yeah, so it's
Surname.
But I was very happy to see that, guys. If you ever, if you can push us, because it makes a big difference. Sometimes people will get into the show and just go and listen to every single episode. So if you hype it to the right person, it really can make a big difference. Not that we're like, fucking making you a street team or something.
But if you want to be a street team or a Backstreet Boy or
If
a
you want to be a
girl,
common street hooker, you can do that.
yeah, we can
I
work
know.
your way up to high price escort.
I know I am.
That will be your limousine.
Yeah. This is my limousine.
I'll be the driver. Beep, beep, beep.
Is this your car? This is my limousine.
Other people, Dark Roast Dallas and some stuff in, a few ACAB full
Yeah, we
links
need
and
to
some
get
stuff in.
them all in one place.
I'm gonna post some of those later, but these were just the finalists that I wanted to highlight.
Yes.
And hopefully we can get something,
Lock something down.
lock something down and ink it on me.
Yeah.
And boy, I am not a fan of commitment, but it'll be for you guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It'll be for my special boys and my special
The
listeners.
tattoo that flatters you will be for us.
But it'll be it's a group effort. You came up with the name. And it's reminiscent of it's about the show.
About the show,
and it's done by the listeners.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And whatever fucking 300-pound tattoo artist.
It takes a village.
It does take
It takes a village, and we need you guys.
village.
We need the village.
Yeah, and I'm the village idiot doing it.
I think guys. Also, we said the Patreon. Oh no, we didn't say the Patreon. We said Instagram. We said PP Podcast on Twitter. Patreon extra episode per week. About to record that immediately following this. I got something here. I got a live one.
A live one.
And when I say a live one, I mean a profile of somebody that is still living.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was wondering.
As of this recording.
Yes. And I really like it because it goes way, way underground in a way that I enjoy, particularly because it's sort of in my wheelhouse of, like being into like underground music and punk and hardcore or whatever, But it was something I didn't know of until sent with a list of other suggestions by DJ Andreas B.
DJ Andreas B.
Yeah, Andreas B. Sent a bunch of really good suggestions, and I just went through the whole list and did like a light, kind of reconnaissance, and then I fucking was like, oh, this is the one. And I told you last night when we were like drinking heavily that I was like, I think you might be annoyed by this because you don't like time wasting.
Mm-hmm.
But I really do.
Right. And I said that I don't like it in my life.
Right.
But I love stories.
You can appreciate it.
Yes.
We have a history on this show of doing some fucking with the phone. Some listeners have fucked with the phone, the Tiki Adult Theater. I grew up on like fucking Jerky Boys,
Crank
Yankers, all that stuff. Touchtone Terrorists, they had some good stuff. And
the Rotary Revolutionaries.
Yes. Did you make that up?
Yep.
That's good. That's good.
Never forget.
Yep. The dial-up deviants. I don't know.
Leave it there.
Yeah, we could keep going for a while. But this is a guy that has been doing like kind of avant-garde prank calls since 1986 out of Colorado.
Okay.
And I didn't know a thing about it, or if I did, I didn't remember it in my travels. And I guess he got to some like weird record label that has some kind of like a jokey release. And the punk metal hardcore scene, like there's always room for humor, so you'll get some of those jokey releases. And one of for instance, the records he put out was a split with a band called Hatebeak, where they had a parrot doing the vocals over like grindcore. And
that is hilarious.
Yeah, it's called Hatebeak, which is a spin on Hatebreed, which is just like a very mean hardcore band.
With a dog. That
I saw
vocals.
I saw a Twitter post today that was by this lawyer, and it's a divorce lawyer. He's a divorce lawyer, and he had to negotiate joint custody of the parrot that they shared. And one of the conditions of the joint custody was that the
parrot doesn't repeat things about each other.
They can't teach hateful phrases to the parrot to say to each.
Yeah,
He says, "I went to 4 years of law school for this."
yeah, that's exactly what he. Yeah.
Anyways,
he did.
That's
really good. I think I would still in that divorce try to push the line as far as could go.
Oh yeah.
Have what the parrot say be like. Just right on the line of like it could be a diss,
or like have it
very passive aggressive.
I don't like your cooking.
Or have it like repeat phrases that let's say your new boyfriend or girlfriend would say about you, like cock is so big.
Yeah.
Huh?
too big. I'm out of here. Yeah, Hate Peak also did a split with a grindcore band where they had their pit bulls do the vocals.
Just
like,
barking?
No, it's like fighting over toys. It's because like there's like a lot of like growling.
Right,
and
there's
shit.
a lot of growling.
It was called Caninus, and they then like people were like they were like all about pit bulls and being like pit bulls are not like inherently evil dogs, and like here's our pit bulls. Super supportive, vegan people, and they put out this record, and then people were like, "Oh God, these people are like abusing the dogs," and they're like, "No, they're just chew toys. Like the dog's just growling over chew toys," and people were like up in arms, and it's like against like the most like pro pit bull people of all time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this guy, he goes by the moniker Longmont Potion Castle, and Longmont is a town in Colorado, around Denver. And he started doing this while going to Columbine High School.
But so this is he's in the 70s or he's in the 80s.
Mid 80s is the first release, and he was, like into
Dodge those bullets.
wow, very good, Aaron.
What's the significance of Potion Castle? Are you gonna get to that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, I've never heard it explained.
Oh, okay.
In all of the research, somebody just said, "Why is it Longmont Potion Castle?" And he just said, "There's never been another name." And you're like, okay.
Another name like that, or just in general?
Yeah, there's never been another name
Yeah.
ever.
Move on.
So 86, and then like he just like he starts sending like these cassettes into some record label. I think out of like San Pedro or like Chula Vista, somewhere around there, and then it just caught on. And it caught on in this very like weird like
Like dogs singing, barking to jingle bells type.
no, because it's not that it's not that obvious.
You can't. It's that subtle.
It's more subtle, and somebody said like
there's these this vocalist does some gnarly growls.
Somebody said that the humor of it, why everybody's so into it and so obsessed with it, like on a deep level, is because they're like, at first it's not that funny,
right?
And they're like, and then it becomes just funnier and funnier and funnier. And then when you realize, like, to make a collection album, there's hours and hours and hours of tape. And then these are compiled by, like, other guys in metal bands will get all of the tapes, and then they'll basically curate what the mix of the album is.
Oh. Okay.
So they'll listen to, like, all of the shit, and then they'll, like, throw it out. But this is... I want to start here with... There's a documentary made about him called "Where in the Hell is the Lavender House," and
I think I've heard of this.
And there's these guys making it, and it's one of those things too where you go like,
it's right next to the Longmont Potion Castle.
Yeah, of course, but no one knows where that is.
But you go like, how much of this fucking documentary is real too? Because like the guy is anonymous to this day. Longmont Potion Castle is not known who he is.
Oh, wow. Or
she. And he does pranks.
It's a guy. It's a guy with long hair for sure. And like he's like out of frame in like the documentary later and stuff. But yeah, he does these pranks. And then, he started rigging up because he does like metal, like guitar stuff.
Of course, yes.
So those will be like interludes in between the calls. But then he also has like all these pedals and like effect stuff and like loops and like all this great audio equipment. So he'll do this like very surreal fucking with people with like extra sound effects and stuff that doesn't make sense.
Now, are you going to play for us some of the music first? Like the Pitbull stuff? Or are you going to go straight into the calls?
No, that's not to do with him. That was just me introducing to you to like some of like the weirder stuff. Those are other acts.
The subculture of punk.
The subculture of like joke punk shit.
Well, that sounds very interesting too. Save that for later. So this is this is now you're getting to...
This is just Longmont Potion Castle on the phone.
LPM.
And
LPC, no.
LPC, and people call him like LPC. And they say it so fast it sounds like LBC, which it is not LBC.
Plow Motel.
Yeah, this is Luther.
Plow Motel.
And I need 3 rooms for 3 days.
You're starting when?
Starting now. I'm going to come in. It's going to be me, my weights, my barbells, and 3 days of just working out.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna spread.
Call me back when you're serious. Clown Motel?
Clown
Yeah,
Motel.
I'm looking for a place to spread out here.
I don't know what that means, spread out.
I need a room.
Well, we have rooms there. $34.50 a night is little.
Yeah. Okay. Now look at. It's gonna be me, my weights, and just a whole bunch of working out, pumping iron. Okay.
Three
For
rooms.
3 rooms.
There's only 5 rooms left.
Well, I need 3 of them for me and my weights. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come out there. I'm gonna unload all my dumbbells and barbells. Okay.
You mean put them in the rooms?
Yeah, I'm gonna spread everything out. Got some artillery in there as well.
Well, we got 2 queen-size beds in each room. There's not a lot of room in those.
I'm gonna spread everything out.
I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna take stock of what I've got.
Right.
I'm gonna pump frickin' iron for 2 to 3 days straight, and then we'll settle up at the end. Sound good?
Well, you can't let the iron, the barbells drop on the floor where it could, we had carpet and tile in there.
I'll settle up with you at the end of my stay, and you
Yeah,
can.
what you need to do is go down to Joe and see.
No. You can assess the damage at the end of my stay. Okay?
Well, yeah, I'm probably not interested. If you're, that sounds like you do damage to motels or something. Yeah, we're filling up every night without any problems.
Yeah, well, I'm on my way. I've got 2 Humvees full of barbells here, and I'm on my way
2
down there.
Humvees.
Okay, well, I'm saying you gotta go talk to Joe. Well, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do that for you.
Charlie, you're not hearing me.
I am here. I don't want you down there. I'm the owner, and if you're gonna do any damage to the rooms, I don't want you down there. That's it.
Just assess the damage at the end of my stay.
You probably make a lot of noise with the customers next door and stuff.
Oh, I'm going to be eating raw meat in the room, pumping iron for 24 hours at a time.
Yeah, I'm not interested. You need to find a hotel.
One
I
of
don't want you.
I'm going to be down there in about 5 minutes. I got a Humvee here. I got 2 Humvees.
I'm going to tell Joe not to rent to you. You sound like you're not too sane.
What do you mean there?
Well, you sound crazy. I don't want you down there. We have cement floors and tile in all the rooms. I can't have you dropping iron on any of that stuff.
Fella, you're the Clown Motel, right?
Yeah, we are. I know that. And we sell out every night is what I'm trying to tell you. We don't need any extra problems.
I want to spread out, and I want to lift my...
I think we're going to pass this time. You need to go find another motel.
Dude, I'm bonded with the state.
Well, I don't care if you're bonded. That's not the place to have that kind of... We don't want that kind of thing to happen.
Why not?
Because it sounds to me like you're more problem than just the little $40 we get per night for a room. So I'll call Joe. Go on down there, but I'll call Joe.
No, I've already talked to Joe.
Well, then what did he say?
He said he wanted a cash deposit, and I told him no.
You need to find another motel. That's it.
I'm going to knock you guys into each other. How's that sound?
Oh my God.
You know what? One more word out of your mouth like that, and you're going to jail. How does that sound? I'm having dinner with my family. I don't need you to call me up and threaten me. Where are you at right now?
I'm in Pahrump, partner.
Well, why are you calling me and giving me this shit for?
I'm on my way down there. I got weights to lift here. No.
Yeah, but you're not going to lift them in my motel. It's that simple.
The hell I'm not.
Want to bet? The cops will be waiting for you. You go on down.
I'm going to spread everything out that I've got. I've got 4 anvils.
I've got 4 anvils?
Yeah, what are your rates over there?
Just the guy with the weights? For the weight, the guy with the weights?
Not weights, rates.
Rates are $34.50 plus tax. But if you got
We're full tonight. We're full.
if you got the weights, I don't want you there.
No? How about I knock you around a little bit?
Say again, what'd you say? How about you? You're threatening me now. Are you in? That's unavailable. Hold it. No, hold it. Well, where are you located right now? I'll come down and see you.
I'm en route
You
to
can do
you.
whatever you want. Are you serious or what are you doing?
I'm a serious weightlifter.
What's your name?
Luther.
Luther what?
Luther Manhole.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't need you screwing with me. I'm having dinner with my family.
I got the cash.
You got something wrong with you. I don't want you here.
I'm going to knock you around.
Quit saying you're going to knock me on my ass. I'm tired of that shit. Now, shut your fucking mouth and get the fuck off the phone and don't call me back.
I'm going to knock you down.
So
What's this?
The clown motel. I can't. I mean, of course. Just there was a clown motel. People. It probably had clowns all over the place.
Yeah.
There's like clowns in the bathroom.
it's a ridiculous thing. He sees like a place, And then he goes,
They sell out every night where you sleep with clowns on the walls.
Yeah, they're honking their horns.
Yeah.
They're
Oh, there's
honking
like
out.
25 guys in a car.
this is room number 11.
Imagine how many they can fit in a room.
Yeah.
My name's Trinidad. I'm with UPS. And I've been trying to do a delivery here since Friday, and no one's picked up or answered the doorbell.
Your name is Trinidad at UPS. Oh, I'm here.
This is on dry ice, and it's COD $88.28 here today.
Oh, I think you might have the wrong address.
This is Harry, or
Yeah, my name is Nick Harrington.
there you go.
You have something that's on ice?
It's
And that's how you
Tasmanian
become
syrup.
a psychic.
Tasmanian
dry
syrup
ice.
on dry ice.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I hear that all the time. So turn your stereo down and turn around and come back.
Okay, well, I mean, when are you going to be here?
I'm going to be there when I get done eating lunch. And so I need a check prepared or a money order.
Yeah, no, this doesn't sound right to me. I didn't order any of this. I have no idea what you're
I
talking
feel like
about.
I'm
You're
on
Harry,
acid.
right?
No, I'm Nick. My last name is Harrington.
Well, there you go.
There I go. What?
Look,
I
I've
didn't
been
order-
working here for months now.
I've been working here for months now.
Hello?
This is UPS. What appears to be the trouble up here?
Hello, this is UPS.
Hello, this is UPS.
What appears to be the
Can you talk to me about this a little bit now?
Can you talk to me about?
What is this background repeating? What is that background sound that I'm hearing?
My background? I'm a deliveryman. I'm a professional deliveryman.
My background?
I've been here for about 3.5 months. And I got a big tub of Tasmanian syrup that you ordered that I need payment for. I need it today.
Okay, well, I didn't order that, so you got to go in a different direction.
What's your background?
What? Hey, man, listen, stop calling me. I don't know what this syrup thing you're talking about is, but I have no interest
Nick
in having
Harrington.
syrup. Stop
This is
calling me.
Harry. I'm a supervisor here at UPS. Apparently you had some trouble with our driver.
What is your name, sir?
Harry, I'm a supervisor here at United Parcel Service.
Okay, if you're a supervisor at UPS, can you give me a contact number there that I could call to confirm that?
Who's the manager here, you or me?
Are you fucking kidding me right now? I've been out of town for a week. I never ordered any fucking syrup, and I don't appreciate
I've been
you
in
calling me
town
and
for
telling me I have to have a
weeks.
check ready for you
Syrup?
for something I didn't fucking order.
I've been in town
Can
for
I
weeks.
just ask you a question, sir? True or false? You're full of excuses. True or false? Because
So weird. Your name is Terry, and you work for UPS?
yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what location do you work for, please?
I'm a veteran.
I mean, I appreciate you being a veteran, but why don't you tell me what location you work
This
for?
guy's quick. Give him a-
I'm out of the Appalachian division.
Out of the Appalachian.
I'm out of the Appalachian. So why don't you step up to the plate, quit horsing around, and cut a check to our driver when he comes back?
Is this really how you call people telling them the shit? If you worked for UPS, you wouldn't talk to people like this.
So what-
So this is just bullshit?
I want you to put your dog away. I want you to turn your stereo off, and I want you to sit tight.
I don't give a fuck what you want me to do. All right, bro, come on over. Come over now. You want, hello?
I'm Jack Maniaki. I'm a district manager.
I don't give a fuck.
United
I don't give a
Parcel.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. You've called me 5 times now with a different name every single time. If you want to come to my house, try stepping on my property. Come to my house. Come on.
This is
I'm
my
here.
first time calling you. I don't know what you're referring to.
I don't give a fuck. I've had 3 different names given to me from UPS. I think you're full of shit. Tell me about some Tasmanian syrup. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And then you're telling me I have to have a check cut for you when you come to my house after you finish eating lunch? Come to my house, bro. Fucking come to my house.
My name's Jack Maniaki. I'm not a driver. I'm a
Maniaki.
regional manager.
I don't care.
Do you understand
What is the
that?
fucking problem here?
You've got a surcharge. You've got a poor attitude. Yeah,
I've got a poor attitude, really.
Yeah.
Stop calling me. Stop calling me.
Our
okay?
driver has been out there 4 times. What would you call it?
I don't care. I didn't order this stuff. You do your job. I'm going to do mine. Your driver's getting paid. So let the man get paid for driving around. I don't give a shit. I didn't order this fucking syrup. Stop calling me.
I don't believe you, first of all.
It doesn't matter if you believe me or not.
I
I
see
didn't
this
order it.
kind of thing all the time. People change their mind. They bounce checks.
I've been out of town for a week. I don't even eat Tasmanian syrup. I use real Vermont maple syrup, bro. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Stop calling
Can I just
me.
ask you a question?
Sure.
True or false? You're full of excuses. True or false?
Oh my gosh, dude. Stop calling me. That's it. I'm going to report this to the police, all right?
True or false?
I'm going to send you to Tasmania, and you could go to the source on this stuff. What do you say to that?
Cool. Bring it to my house. Bring it right now.
I'll bring it. I'll bring it to your chin bone. What do you think of that?
He said he's going to bring it to my chin bone. Yeah.
I think you're bananas, fella. I really do.
That's fine. You can think of bananas all you want. I mean, I don't really care if you want to come to my house and bring this fucking weird Tasmanian syrup here. I don't care. Come to my house, bro.
Well, it's about time you start caring because we're trying to do our job here.
I'm here. I don't know why you're still talking to me. I'm telling you I'm here right now. If you want to come to my house, I'll deny the package.
I'm going to whoop you in the...
You're going to whoop me, huh? All right. Well, if you have a package to deliver here, I'll just deny it, and that person delivering can continue to get paid.
There's nothing to deny. You made the order. End of discussion.
Okay, so bring it to my house then if I did. Go ahead. Bring it. Fine.
Who's full of excuses, you or me?
Oh, my gosh, dude. This is a waste of my time. I have to go about my day.
You're wasting our time with these falsified orders that you're placing in Tasmania or wherever else you go.
I just got into town last night from being away for a week. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I hear that every day. Oh, I was here, I was there, I was everywhere else. But where you're supposed to be is answering the doorbell. You feel me?
You feel me?
No, I don't feel you, bro. I don't know. You just sound like an ignorant ass right now.
Is that a matter of
fact? He works for the United Postal Service.
Who's ignorant? It's United Parcel Service, not Postal Service.
Okay, sure, United Parcel Service. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what the fuck you want from me, but I have nothing to say to you. I'm not going to pay you. I don't know you. I didn't order this product.
Who's ignorant, me or you?
Oh, my gosh.
You can't even remember 3 words.
So that's those are like a couple. Yeah, you date it. What did I tell you?
No, I mean if I'm the guy and I'm getting, I mean it's and the sound is nightmarish.
No.
It's funny.
Hi. Yes, I was.
Wait.
So now let me just clarify. This guy is anonymous. We still don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
He's done interviews though.
He's done interviews with Rolling Stone.
Okay.
And I mean, there's people that have gotten close to him where they're like, oh yeah, this is good. And like his real name slips through and they bleep it in the documentary.
And so he released these on just tapes.
It was cassette 86, through like whatever 91. I think it started being like CDs.
And just like where'd you get them? Magazines? How'd you get them?
I think it was like mail order, and then he actually got like distribution from some other record labels. And the one thing like that was in San Pedro or Chula Vista, I don't remember which of the two. It was like they were trying to get into their stuff into like Australia and like their music and stuff, and they were like, hey, we don't want any of the music, but you got any more of that Longmont? So like it just like has this weird traction like among like nerds hanging out in record stores basically that are into like metal and stuff.
In that same way, these people are still picking up. They even like by the third call, they know it's him, and they're still picking up.
And that's kind of the talent.
Yeah,
that happens is
they're still talking.
He realizes. Well, we'll get more into that, but he realizes like when he's talking to somebody like, oh, you can actually lose it.
So some people want to lose it.
Yeah.
Because if this happened to us, like we either play along because it's funny,
right?
Or if it's really annoying, just hang up and not answer.
Right.
Yeah.
But some people are on like they are always looking for a reason to fucking snap.
Yeah.
And he's finding these people. It's very, very cool.
a reason for things to be wrong, right? But
he wants to knock him around.
You want to fucking make contact with the chin.
Yeah.
So this is like
this is Hooper. I'm your neighbor, and you guys had way too much noise and commotion last night up at your place.
I put my dogs to bed at 4 o'clock.
Oh my God.
Where do you live?
It's in the Lavender House.
Where in the hell is the Lavender House? Where in the hell is the Lavender House?
This is the call.
He'll take stuff and he'll like remix it or whatever.
That's not good.
And throw it. But this is the beginning of the documentary, which is named "Where in the Hell is the Lavender House?" And so it is. If it's taken at face value, the cameraman is like part of like a crowdfunded Longmont Potion Castle documentary. The two guys making it fall out of favor with each other. He's not paid as the cameraman, so he goes and he steals the hard drive of all the footage and then puts the documentary out himself to get everybody from like the fucking Indiegogo or whatever the fuck, like, a crowdsource campaign,
their money.
And then he puts it out. So I rented this on YouTube. You can rent it, and I really enjoyed it because it's just so weird and so niche.
Now, is that itself? Is there any reason to believe or not believe that?
It's hard to know, but I can tell you if you rent the movie, it is Longmont is a producer, so you can actually support him, that way. But this is just like, it gets into like all the artists and stuff that are into Longmont and how they got into him. And, they're like mainly like underground kind of like, metalish, like weird dudes. Mm-hmm. But they're just so psyched about it. And I want to, they go to like Philadelphia, the filmmakers, before they run out of money. Mm. And they're talking to people that are like really into Longmont.
He has this language. I mean, it's like he took the English language and he made his own language in English, and it's just Longmont speak, and it's just the greatest. After years of listening to Jerky Boys and Tube Bar and Earls and Jensen and all these other, whatever random ones I could get a hold of, and Howard Stern, all the prank phone calls they do on Stern and like all this stuff, and being so obsessed with them for so many years and thinking, how could prank phone calls be any funnier than this? And then you discover Longmont, and then you're just like, I'm not embarrassed, but I don't even want to show anybody those other phone calls that I thought were the funniest thing ever, because I have 13 volumes, I think it's up to 13 volumes of Longmont. Like,
18
I
now.
can just show you any one of these.
Thank you for calling Sanders. This is Jonathan. How may I help you?
Jonathan, this is Detroit Energy. We're testing our heating today, so we're going to be turning your temperature up to about 110 degrees.
Wait, when?
In about 30 minutes.
For how long?
1 hour.
Holy crap. That could be a really big issue. We're a candy store, and you will melt all of our candy.
Jonathan, this is Detroit.
It just takes place at the top of the hour. It lasts about 1 hour.
I mean, our ice cream is in a cooler, but what I'm saying is we have thousands of dollars of product. If you turn it up to 110 degrees, you're going to melt all of our product.
And we're going to turn your freezer off, okay?
You're going to turn our freezer off? Okay. And what's the number that I can deny this at?
Oh, there's nothing to deny, young man.
Sorry.
No, it's good, man.
He's just dying over it.
There's nothing to deny, young man.
Listen, you son of a bitch. Get your ass over here and I'll cut your scrotum like you never thought before. I'll blow your ass with a
So there's all these people that he gets like really mad, and like will fucking like just like threaten him all day. And then you think about it like in the context of Columbine and Littleton and stuff, and you go like, hey, these motherfuckers have a lot of fucking guns out there, you know what I mean? And he's like right in that hood, and like I don't know if he got everything up on YouTube, but like I think all the albums are on YouTube. It might be from fans, but fans are so into this guy that they've made a wiki where they just transcribe the calls.
Of course.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Like they're just so into like being like the person that did it was just like, it makes me feel like I'm a part of it because like they're so fucking psyched.
Has anybody animated them?
Yes, I believe actually Adult Swim was supposed to do like a full show.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
If not, we know some people.
Jonathan, this is Detroit. I mean, just he comes
This is
in
Detroit energy. Okay.
So the authority.
Yeah, tell him to be quiet. Get him out of here. Be quiet.
Dave Mustaine.
I have a kind of, I want to say joke, but more fun project
from Hate
that is a
Beat,
death metal band.
Pig Destroyer.
We recorded the songs, and it was only like 5 minutes worth of material. So we decided to reach out to Longmont because of the metal interludes and said, hey man, we've got this absurd thing. Do you want to contribute some songs and we'll put it out somewhere? And he responded and said, yeah. And we sent him the Hey Big tracks and I guess he liked them.
First time I heard of LPC was actually one of Alex's first tours with Krieg.
That's from Krieg.
He put it on because we were listening to a bunch of garbage. It was putting everyone to sleep,
like
and
garbage?
he was basically like,
it's like music.
This will be life-changing, and this will almost be like a shadow member to the band. And since Alex played it for us, every single tour that we've done, anytime we're in a car more than a half hour, that's the first thing that comes on.
Put on
I think back then, especially.
It's got from Dag Nasty.
You didn't have as quick of communication with people, for one. It was easy to be anonymous, you know what I mean, if you did it right, you know. But, yeah, it's just fun, just like, you know, calling up somebody, saying some bullshit, being like, click. We get that at the tattoo shop every weekend. It's so funny. People are like, do you guys tattoo balls?
I think that maybe
Your balls.
people in that play metal and grindcore and punk and all that
Richard Johnson.
might be attracted to that prank
Enemy
call
Soil.
type of thing because it's obnoxious, and all of us people are obnoxious, and maybe we have infantile senses of humor, so they'll go together.
I think you introduced me to it, if I'm not mistaken. Like on tour, you can stick and listen
guys.
to music on long van rides, so it's nice to have some comical thing to be playing in a long, on tour. So it's actually, it got us through some road trips for sure.
Long drives.
Yeah. I actually got his phone number through a person and started texting with him and got him to do a prank call. We were pranking this guy, Dave Leaphart. And we didn't pay him for him right away. And I was like maybe like a week late with it, and he pranked me. And I was like, Longmount? And it was like a lot of feedback on it. It was just going, okay. And it was like a Cali number, and I was like, and then he just hung up right then. And I was like, I got on the email, I was like, sorry, man, I hadn't paid you, man. Just, whatever his fee was.
Oh, hello?
Hi, this is Francois over at Lip Smackers. How you doing?
Fine. What's up, Lip Smackers? What's up?
We're a pop-up bounce house here in the neighborhood, and you come down, we'll get you in there. We got balls all over the place, real big.
Okay.
We'll bounce you around a little bit. Sound good?
Okay, if I have the time. Thank you. I get shaved and washed and go around and pay my phone bill so my phone doesn't get shut off.
Get cleaned up, and we'll strip you down, and we'll bounce you around a little bit.
Okay.
The call that he asked for the orange donut, for some reason, that makes me shit my pants laughing every time.
I'd like an orange donut. Is that possible?
I did not hear you.
Orange donut.
Orange donut?
Orange donut.
That is funnier to me than almost anything in the world outside of somebody falling and hurting themselves.
So are you with me so far? This is where something interesting happens.
That's the
cameraman.
That's the cameraman that takes over the production, and he is basically going to say that there's this weird thing where you're like, oh yeah, this is like this weird fucking dumbass metalheads are into it, whatever, underground shit, and then suddenly it's like, oh, it gets bigger, right? And so it turns out that one of the big fans is none other than Rainn Wilson.
No shit.
In the room?
No, just with the barbells and dumbbells, just my weights. It's been working out all night. Been up all night working out.
Doing Clown Motel.
And you're just worried about if the housekeepers will be able to clean the room?
Yeah, and if that's going to get in the way at all, if that's going to be a problem for you guys at all, I've just been pounding the weights all night long. I first heard about Longmont
He's
Potion
covering
Castle
a prank call.
in about 2002. I was in a used record store in San Diego, with a buddy of mine, and just looking through the racks, and then all of a sudden,
Yes, he's in a bathrobe.
over the loudspeakers in the record store was this voice, this kind of modulated, reverberated, disembodied voice that was, I think the first one was like, yeah, gonna need you to sign for the millipedes. I got millipedes here. They are on my loading dock. I gotta drop these off.
Hello, is Sydney there? Speaking. Oh, this is Brad, UPS. Yes. And just wanted to let you know we got our truck ready out there. Got your millipedes ready to bring to you. Pardon me? We've got your millipedes ready for you. Millipedes? And so I'm just curious as to what time of day is best on it. Well, just a second. You've got me at a loss.
That's Sidney Poitier getting the millipedes? Yeah. I had no idea.
Sidney Poitier with the millipedes.
How did he get
Millipedes? I didn't order any millipedes. You know, going back over the oeuvre, I love using the word oeuvre.
Tasmanian
of
syrup
Mr.
and
Potion
millipedes.
Castle. I have so many favorites. I like all of his
They
different
call me
styles of
millipedes.
calls. I mean,
Yeah.
the voice modulation call, my favorite is Bruschatti. You got Bruschetti, Bruschatti. You got any Bruschatti? Is so good.
Mix it in.
The record store calls. Yeah, double flip. You got that track that goes triple, double flip, double flip, double triple flip.
Triple check, double check, triple check.
But my favorite call of Mr. Potion Castle's of all time is Clown Motel. And the idea that he's gonna rent 2 rooms.
3.
Because he's a bodybuilder and he's got to bring all of his weights down and all of his gear. And he's just going to work out all day and all night. And he's going to be slamming iron till like 4 a.m. for many days. And he's on his way. He's on his way in his truck filled with his equipment. And he better have those rooms ready. It's just sublime work of art. It's beyond a crank call. I remember Jerky Boys. They had their day in the sun, and I've heard a few others. But he is, like I said, is operating on this kind of a surrealist level. It's as if Salvador Dali got stoned and was living in suburban Denver. Someone won $448 million in the Powerball ticket.
Oh my lord!
And for
thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
This is them talking after they film.
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, you guys, I saw in the, something you guys put out online that you had mentioned me as an executive producer.
Yeah.
And then listen, I just want to be like super clear, like I want to support this project. I'm happy to be interviewed and stuff like that, but I'm not an executive producer. Okay. 'Cause, like, that's not cool. You can't advertise me that way. You can't use my name in that way.
I just,
because
that might help, like help your, I don't know, maybe give you a little, no, okay.
Doesn't help me at all. In fact, it hurts me and just my brand.
Oh, okay.
So, because you guys could seriously, like, my lawyers will send out a cease and desist or something like that. Do not fuck around with that, okay? I just want to be super clear about it.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, sorry. I mean,
I'm happy to do the interview.
What about, like, associate?
This is something that makes me think.
I'm not a producer on this thing.
That makes me think it's fake.
You can't use.
I think it's real.
Okay.
I think these guys might actually be jerk offs and like just
I
did
mean,
a bad job.
Okay, I got you. Cool.
Right.
Cool.
Well, I mean,
all right, cool.
Thanks, guys.
But who knows?
All right, just clear this stuff
Well,
out.
did he-
It's an urgent matter. I need to speak to David
Did
Hall.
he, like,
if you could just
donate to the Indiegogo? Because sometimes, like, if you donate to an Indiegogo, they'll be like, "Oh, you'll get an EP credit."
Oh yeah.
Right,
So he must have donated.
No.
Oh, he didn't?
No, he did not. And he was like, I am not a producer. And when you watch the credits of the actual documentary, there is no Rainn Wilson mentioned in the credits whatsoever.
Not even as an interviewee.
Yeah, not even like a contributor. Like it's just like his name's like not in it.
You could probably, Internet Archive to see if this was advertised on the internet at all.
I feel like it's kind of valid. I feel like
no, but I mean, you could
What's
probably
kind of
find
valid?
you could probably find some advertisement on the internet for
his issue.
the way that the cameraman that frames it that says that he stole the hard drive and like put it out himself to get the backers their money.
Mm-hmm.
He says like this is like a story about LPC, but it's also a story about how not to do a documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And
What did he see? I'm just curious. This is doesn't really matter. What did he see that he was credited as an EP on? Like, what did he?
Probably internet promotion.
Yeah.
That it was being filmed still?
That it was being produced by him while it was still being like raising funds or whatever.
Mm.
And of course it was produced by him. Like they wouldn't need any funds because he's on The Office.
Right.
So, you know, but he's like obviously into it, but he's just going like, yeah, no, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
But I don't, you know, they have
the
this...
guy goes, what about associate producer? Like, no.
Yeah. No, not that either. So yeah, there's some weird stuff with the documentary that I don't know if it's bullshit or not. It kind of like is a thing where it raises more questions than it answers. But also, you know, over the time he's done it, his voice actually like changes because
You're talking about Longmont?
Yeah, Longmont.
Longmont, sorry. His voice changes naturally?
Yeah.
It's like he had a totally different voice than what we've come to know. He got his nose broken, and then after he broke his nose, I didn't mean to do it like that. Not like he got his ass beat. In fact, I don't even remember how he got it, how his nose got broken. But he broke his nose, and then that altered his voice. So the rest of the calls. That's why, you know, if you listen to some, you'll be like, is this even the same guy?
So you get a pre and then a post. Hearing how it changes.
Can I get some buttock sausage?
You started again.
What?
You started again.
What is the problem?
Hello. Yes, this is Mr. Freebus. I'm a retro-styled hang glider, and I need some photographs taken.
What was your name?
Mr. Freebus.
Oh, Jesus. What now, dude? You're Mr. Freebus now. What happened to Jacques? You were Jacques last time, and before that you were something else.
Who's this?
Dude, I'm really over this shit. I'm sick of it.
Literally, it was kind of painstaking, to be honest, man. I'd be sitting there just...
So yeah, his voice changes like album to album, whatever. And
is it one guy?
It's just Longmont is one guy. Yeah.
I mean, how do we know?
You can tell in the improv.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's
skill. It's the same style of prank call.
Yeah.
It's the same cadence. It's just the pitch has changed a little bit.
But really, that's
but
the
maybe
thing.
Longmont is really like a mantle.
That's the, that's the thing that they find that people really love about Longmont is just like the kind of like
that's the hallmark of a great prank caller is their improvisational skills.
Yeah.
And not losing their cool. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The
or not breaking rather.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just knew what was up with it, and it was a thing that, like, especially on tour and in the van. There's all these like different like nuances and levels, you know, because it's sort of doesn't make sense, but then it's like then it comes off as like, you know, he's pulling one over on him, so it's sort of like highbrow, and you're just kind of like in this middle ground of like just weird shit. I mean, it's pre-internet, you know, and so I think I was kind of just like
more of a treasure.
I sort of thought about it like maybe like one-dimensionally. Of course, the G.G. Allen one was, you know, I mean, that's debatable if he's a celebrity to some standards, but like he was so fucking cool about it.
You called G.G. Allen?
Hey, what the fuck's going on? Who's this? Pumpernickel bracket. Good. What are you doing? The fuck you doing? Sitting around. What's going on, man? Shit. Sitting here drinking Beam. What? I'm sitting here drinking Beam. Is that factual? It's factual.
Some of the other ones you're just like, dude.
Is it factual?
Fucking relax, man. Like, whatever your like celebrity life is bringing you, like you're getting upset about a UPS delivery. You know, it just doesn't make sense.
I didn't order it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sutherland.
And I did not ask anything. I don't know what the whole house is. I don't need a secondary language interpreter to explain to me what it is. And I'm certainly not paying for something that it's not mine.
That's why I'm calling. I'm a statewide manager for United Parcel Service. No,
You were a regional manager 2 seconds ago, but okay.
that was my associate. I'm the manager here.
He's getting all these numbers.
Yeah.
Celebrity numbers.
Well, people clearly are like they're offering, like he's meeting because of his original calls. He's definitely in some sort of subgroup of like people are giving him these numbers, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Or he's really, or like
I
maybe
think he's doing something more Weigman like, where he's just like kind of hacking around and
he may be able to call their agent or man and get it, like, if
Sure.
Now this is in L.A. at LPC event, where of course he can't come because he's anonymous.
Mhm.
So yeah, like at first they have like a woman come out and she dances to like his calls, and then they have some other people come out, and one of the things that happens is they have an impersonator come out of Alex Trebek.
May he rest in peace.
Because Alex Trebek has spent at least 50 minutes on the phone with LPC.
At one time?
No.
Oh, just
over the course of years.
Oh my god! I gotta hear this.
Great stop right now.
This is the impersonator.
No, it's the impersonator at the event, and that's Brent Weinbach.
This is not Alex Trebek.
What are you doing?
Oh shit!
My name is Horatio Dabrowski. I'm a lawyer for Alex Trebek.
Impersonating the lawyer for the real Alex Trebek, shutting down.
And no one
Alex
here has
Trebek
permission to use my client's name in association with this event. I understand that the producer of this event is you, Vivek Venkatesh, right? That's me. I have a cease and desist on behalf of Alex Trebek. Can I see your identification for us? You want to see my ID?
What? No.
Sir, can we please play our documentary film?
You can do whatever you like. Just remember the terms.
Says Brent Weinbach.
Yeah.
The answer is douchebag.
And people don't know if this is real. I mean, Brent Weinbach is not like a face. Right. So people at the record store are going like, oh, fuck you.
All right. You ever heard of parody? That needs to stop. It's called parody, dude.
Yeah.
These people are getting angry.
Not on my book.
These people are getting not on my book. These people are getting pranked and they're angry about
I'm
it.
sorry to ruin your guys' night or everything, but this is a serious issue. We repeatedly asked.
We don't care.
Mr. Baker, you listen to me.
Just gets right back into it with them.
Get him out of here. No, I don't call authorities. Maybe you want to handle this? Susie, you want this? Get him out of here.
The Alex Trebek impersonator is like, I'll leave. Well, he sounds exactly like Alex Trebek. Going, I'll leave. Jeez. Dude, how fucking insane.
Well, I think it's very ironic that how quickly those people, how many of them with
they're getting pranked.
Yeah, and they are unable to some of them are unable to
handle it.
Hold on. Now, this is the thing about the time he would put into setting up the perfect call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
so it'd be like, before what you heard on the track, there would be weeks of calls by him.
Okay.
The harassment would go really far. And so that's what this guy is kind of talking about here.
Maybe it is Matthew Mike Weigman.
Paul, maybe a random number. I'm not sure how he does it. I don't really want to know how he approaches his calls. And he must go, you know what, this guy's not ready, but he's got something in him.
Hello? Yeah, I need to talk to Gomez and stuff.
This is not the Gomez residence. This number has been ours for over a year, but we get Gomez calls all the time.
No, I am Gomez, I said.
You are?
Yes.
Yes.
I need to know what my call activity has been over the last 15 or 18
Why do you
months.
need to know that? Why do I have your telephone number and I keep getting all your phone calls?
That's exactly what I'm calling. Frankly, I don't like the attitude that you've been giving my customers,
Excuse me, this is my residence. All I said
But this
was,
is my business,
no one ever said it was a business. They asked for Gomez.
Gomez.
So he was
a really big one. That to us, I think, seemed, and in some ways still seems like the platonic ideal of the prank call. Like every Every turn in it is masterful. Everything LPC does, every response he has,
This is. I'm Gomez, and you've had this number for a year.
You've had this number for a year,
and you get a lot of Gomez,
and you've been getting calls for months.
And now those month-long calls are him.
Yes,
asking for Gomez, asking for Gomez,
and then he calls as Gomez,
asking for, hey, I need to know who's calling me. Now you are my secretary.
So now you know there's the payoff, and he's going like, I don't like how you're treating my as they call the wrong number.
Yeah,
I don't like how you're treating my customers.
That's a perfect premise for a phone call.
The commitment is insane. I want to actually pause to show you the actual Gomez call from Longmont with her.
God damn, that is brilliant. That's a
I mean,
it's here's what we call the long con.
If you're gonna fuck around and contribute nothing, do it
the best
until you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because this contributes something.
Yeah, they're just called and say dumb shit.
Hello?
Yeah, I need to talk to Gomez and stuff.
This is not the Gomez residence. This number has been ours for over a year, but we get Gomez calls all the time.
No, I am Gomez, I said.
You are?
Yes.
Yes?
I need to know what my call activity has been over the last 15 or 18
Why do you need to know that? Why do I have your telephone number and I keep getting all your phone calls?
That's exactly what I'm calling. Frankly, I don't like the attitude that you've been giving my customers, you know.
Excuse me, this is my residence.
But this is my business, you know.
No one ever said it was a business. They asked for Gomez. So-and-so Gomez, by a lady's name usually.
Don't talk to me about my business, young lady. Okay, that's what I have to say to you. Hello, ma'am.
Mr. Gomez, if you have a problem because people are calling me for you, you need to call the phone company. Which is what I intend to do as soon as I hang up the phone.
No, look, you give me problems about my business.
No, excuse me. I don't give you problems about your business. When people call here, they ask for Ruben Gomez or some other woman, I say, I'm sorry, this isn't the Gomez residence.
No,
that's my answer. I don't know what you do for a business. I could care less.
I deal with Elastico Gomez, man.
I don't know that name.
What is your name, you know?
What's the difference? This is my phone number. I don't need to give you any information. This is the number that was assigned to me more than a year ago.
You know, I have many people in my line of work, you know.
So?
I'm a very wealthy man.
I don't care.
Very powerful man. Very extravagant man.
I don't care. All I'm saying is we get phone calls all the time for Gomez. We always say, this isn't the Gomez residence. We've had this number for about a year now. And I don't know who...
What do you want, jewels? Well, what do you want?
I want you off my phone. I don't want you to call me again either.
Would you like jewels, madam?
Listen, if you don't get off the phone and you call me again, I'm going to call the police.
Jewels are my business. I'm an extravagant man. That's what I am. That's my business right there.
I don't care.
Now look, do you want wealth?
What do you want me to do when people call me?
Travel the world? What do you want?
I don't want anything. I just don't want you to call me. If people call for you, I just say this is the wrong number.
I've been all around the world, you know. I'm a very, very elegant man.
What do you want from me? What do you want me to do when people call?
I would like you to come work for my business.
I'm hanging up and I don't wish for you to call back.
I am Gomez, okay?
I don't care.
That's who I am. What do you want? Jewels? Gold? What do you want?
I want you to come work for my business.
Dude, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back, folks, with more Longmont Potion Castle. And we're back. Try more of the badasses.
What did you get, a lozenge?
It's a sweet tart.
Where'd you get a sweet tart?
It's a sweet tart covered in acid.
Oh.
Y'all gonna learn today.
I don't
Citric
know.
acid.
I don't know if we're gonna learn today.
No,
I feel like I'll learn. I feel like I'll learn.
Oh, it was a royal you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I guess I'll take these sweet tarts covered in acid down to the Sibian dungeon, I suppose.
Now I'm the refugee.
I'll take these mushroom chocolates down into the Batcave. Then
I'm seeking refuge.
I guess I'll plug these MDMA lozenges straight up my bones.
Right up the vulva.
So, he's around the...
It was a sweet tart, the size of a tangerine.
Colorado area. He was out, the beach.
Colorado area, you say?
What would you call it?
Just Colorado. I'm making fun of you because it's a whole state. It's already an area.
Yeah. But he was also in LA, and I think he's still based around the Denver area. Might not be Longmont itself, but this was an early thing with the record store that was nearby that he would actually go to, and one of the calls to that actually ended up becoming kind of a famous.
He calls his own record store.
It made me show it to some other people. I think he said something like, he said like, "That's the long and short of where I'm coming from." That was one of the lines I remember. And the other one he said, "I'm going to make birdseed out of your face with my foot." Was the other one.
It's been a very full circle process for me in general. I'm from Denver, Colorado, so Hank just played me these calls without it having any sort of ping to me being from Colorado, but I'm like, Longmont? Like, just when I saw the name, I was like, well, Longmont, Colorado? And then I would hear him calling Twist and Shout, which is where I grew up buying my CDs.
Was a customer in my store.
That's the guy's name.
Yeah.
Years ago, in
That looks like
early
a guy who
90s,
used to work at a record
possibly in
store.
the late 80s even.
Or still does.
And
Looks like
we
Steven
kind
Stills, or
of became
David
friendly
Crosby.
just from talking about music and talking about kind of weird history, Denver history, and Shakey's Pizza and smoking pot. He was just a record store guy, and I was a record store guy, and that's how I met him. When I did really hear about it was when the Dugan Nash one, the one that included calls to my store.
Yeah.
Twist and Shout.
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Super. I was looking for that R&B single.
Who?
The R&B single. It's like triple check, double check, triple check, triple double check, triple double.
You don't know what it's called?
Triple double check, triple double check, triple check, double triple check, triple check, triple double check, double. It's like that.
Oh, I definitely played my son the record store. I forget what it's called.
Driver Piss Jeans dog.
Yeah, the trip flip.
That's Dugan Nash.
Dugan Nash. Of course. Dugan Nash. I'm like, what's the fucking call? I'm like, Twistin'. What's it called? Twistin'. Dugan Nash. I played my 5-year-old kid that, and he was like, thought it was so funny. Of course he thought it was funny. It's funny shit. I'm like, of course he thinks this is funny. This is actually funny.
Yeah.
He's like, what's up with that man's voice? I'm like, what's he doing with his voice? I'm like, he's making it sound crazy, and these people don't even realize what's going on. He thought it was like that. Dugan Nash for sure is one of those ones, just because it's like, that's like that's the world's coming together. It's the record store and the prank call. That's the two. It's totally like the epicenter, the Olympic version of that call. I love that one.
I remember we had it in the store.
Right.
And I remember we made a little sign saying buy it now before we sue him or something.
If you interviewed him and it was an anonymous thing where you just like obscured his face or something like that, but you could see that it's a guy and maybe you could see his surroundings or something like that, I would be curious to see like his studio or...
Yeah, man.
So they take you to the studio and you get to see Longmont's he's got a nice little studio. Filmmakers go there, they get to meet him, and he talks.
They blur him out.
They blur
Yeah,
out
they
his
don't
face.
show him. And then they actually talk to the mayor of Longmont, who is aware that possibly the most famous export of Longmont is a guy doing prank phone calls.
That is worse things that
Which
happen
is
in your hometown.
insane.
And depending on the laws of Colorado, may or may not be illegal.
Right.
I don't know. I know,
interesting.
like California's a two-party state. Like to record, you have to have two parties consent. But Colorado may be just.
Seems like it wouldn't be a two-party state. Colorado. It seems like Colorado has
kind
this
of some anything goes type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's I'll buy that for $1.
I'm not selling it.
I'm trying to get this thing just exactly right. We're about to talk to the mayor.
People. It's a rural town, but yet not. We've got kind of a split personality. We've got half the town seems to be Boulder, Cal Berkeley, San Francisco-esque, and the other half tends to be Republican, conservative, agricultural based.
Meeting the minds.
So we've got a real split personality here in Longmont.
Is he
We've got
fucking...
one of the foremost nation's prank callers, Longmont Potion Castle.
Was this the guy that calls Alex Trebek just out of the blue?
That's
him. And he does like three-way calls. Calls. Yeah.
So Longmont will patch people into other calls that he started, and he'll call some.
You could be able to get here. Fox on the Bells, Lisa speaking. I'm gonna help you. Hello, Lisa. Yes. This is me. I'm taking care of customer on this line. Pardon me? I said I'm taking care of customer. Who's this? Sandra. Who? Sandra. Who? Okay, I got a customer on the line ahead of you. Can I talk to you later? Sure.
Hi, this is Alex.
Hello?
Alex Trebek.
Yes?
Okay, could you hang up, please? I got somebody on the line I'm trying to take care of. Please.
Okay, who are you calling?
I'm not calling nobody because I got somebody on the line. Somehow the lines are crossing and the phone just keeps calling anybody. I don't know why it's doing it, but I got a customer.
I can sympathize because I've been getting calls from all over the United States. Go ahead.
Thank you.
David Keckner.
David Keckner.
Is this Alex Trebek for real? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they've gotten a hold of your number and my number, and so... Oh, they've gotten a hold of a lot of people's number. I got a call from Jose Canseco the other day. So this is Alex Trebek. Who are you calling?
Okay, are you trying to reach Jose?
Who's Jose?
Jose Canseco?
Hello, is this Jeremy?
Jeremy
Who is
Piven.
this? This is Alex Trebek. I'm not quite sure I believe it, sir. Well, I am. The answer is Alex Trebek.
Your long-standing relationship with Alex Trebek is now fairly legendary, right?
It has been kind of a long time now.
Because he's on the line with, whenever he's put on the line with somebody else, he takes it upon himself to explain what's happening to the victim.
He's a nice guy. He explains nicely to the other people what's going on.
This guy always just
and how long it's been going on for.
He's a matchmaker.
He's so sweet. He's like, well, I know David Keckner, Jeremy Piven. It is Alex Trebek.
We have a shared trauma.
And now what's going on here is, I'll tell you what. Here's what we share is that this guy calls us and he has us talk to each other and you know.
How are you?
Yeah,
exactly. Well,
the answer is Alex Trebek.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, it is.
So nice to talk to you. Hi.
I'm not sure I believe it, sir. Well, it is. The answer is Alex Trebek. He's like, to prove himself.
Yeah,
to prove himself, he goes,
yeah.
The answer is Alex Trebek.
Which is, if I heard that, I would believe it.
But on Jeopardy, it's actually the question.
Right.
It's what is Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
Right, but, in the moment.
That's some shit. 50 minutes of calls.
The answer is Alex
50 minutes of calls with Alex Trebek that you can look up on YouTube anytime you want.
5-0.
5-0.
Oh, I'm going to have a field day.
Probably year after year after year after year.
But
so the answer is Alex Trebek is actually correct because that's what he reads off.
Right.
He reads off the answer.
Right.
And the answer is Alex Trebek.
But when you guess, you guess the question.
So Piven should have said, "Who is this I'm talking to?"
Yes.
So it actually works, and that's pretty brilliant on everybody's part.
But also, it's the technical quality of Longmont to make these connections and also to record them is it's not the simplest thing. Obviously, he has a studio and he's done he's worked his way out and figured this out.
I think he's got one of those old timey plug-in you see in Lassie switchboard. Yeah.
No, but I think it's actually one of the reasons why this is so good is it's not.
It's not amateur hour.
No, it is very much not amateur hour.
It is in its own way that I think that it's not it's not really it's not supposed to like bring in the big bucks.
Well, no, but I mean, is that effort is put in to the technical aspect of this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's not Jerky Boys.
No, it is certainly not.
He's not calling up to make just to be an ass. He's calling up with a purpose.
I do want to pick it up.
That is different
from this
Here
point.
is Alex Trebek.
Your long-standing relationship with Alex Trebek is now fairly legendary, right?
It has been kind of a long time now.
Because he's on the line with, whenever he's put on the line with somebody else, he takes it upon himself to explain what's happening to the victim, because he's like, yeah, I've been the victim for a long time. This is what's happening. You can just imagine him talking about this on Jeopardy, right?
It's a real moment of levity.
And so it says that the producers tried to call Trebek.
Yeah.
And I took an immediate dislike to him. I'll take you on when I just walk up to him and punch out his lights.
First time, I just figured,
Victim.
This guy's
NPS
just some random
Electronics.
asshole, you know. And then a couple more, and then, you know, folks started calling me up or sending me emails, say, hey, man, this shit's all over YouTube, you know. What's going on here?
NPS Electronics.
Yes, I'm Swanson.
You're Swanson? What do you want?
We're sponsoring Julian Assange with WikiLeaks, and we're looking for sponsors today.
You're sponsoring Julian Assange.
Yes,
we are,
I'm
sir.
Swanson.
And you'd like to have money to buy hand grenades to blow his fucking ass to hell where he belongs, right? Well, I'd be glad to give you some for that, but you don't get a fucking nickel for me for anything else, so go fuck your commie self.
You know, there's a lot of people that have been harassed by this guy. I mean, a lot. You know, enough for him to have 6 or 7 albums full of it that he sells
18.
for money.
18.
You know, and I'm telling you, when this guy finally gets outed, somebody's going to beat that dude's ass.
If he's selling it for money, he's not a comic.
I hope it's me.
Yeah, but when you yell something like that, you know, not actually putting any thought to.
There's one other timestamp I had on this, and I think that's pretty much it. But then I want to get into it with you guys.
So there was that Alex Trebek.
You're not helping. I'm trying to get my tripler going. It's stopping at the point of the quadrupler. All right?
Okay, no, but is your rubber leaking the signal?
I'm in the car. I could be there in 20 minutes. But would you please talk to the gargler? Just tell him what I told you, and I'll know what to buy when I get there, okay?
No, I can already tell you that we don't have the part you're looking for. Hey, horse's ass, what do you want? Why don't you go and fuck your mother? You ain't got nothing else to do. You might be better off calling Best Buy.
Oh, yes, I was interested in this competition.
But so he's just doing all this shit, and like, he's like, at the time of the documentary he's made, he's like, yeah, people are telling me I should put it on YouTube, whatever. He's like, I'm still just selling the CDs, like, basically out of my house. And
it can be out of his house, then you can track him down.
Well, I guess if it, maybe P.O. box, I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
But
it's a mom and pop operation.
Yeah, it's a long and a mont
he
operation.
basically, what we know is that he has a girlfriend. She mainly like supports him financially. You know.
No.
But then she'll also be like, "Oh man, I talked to this fucking guy today. He's so fucking stupid." She goes, "You should call him."
So then she weaponizes.
Longmont,
which is itself a form of payment.
It's
mutual.
But I just love the idea that it's kind of like, this thing that's just like, I don't really care if anybody's into it.
Right.
But here it is, and people get into it. And when they really get into it, like, they're just like, the way you get into it is just to be like, what the fuck? You're trying to wrap your head around his mind.
Right.
And that's the thing that I really enjoy about it.
Right, is what was... The Dali thing is a very apt comparison, because when you see a Dali and you're like, what the fuck was this guy thinking about when he made this? And
how little he thought about me, how little he thought about the consumer.
Yeah,
and just being like this is not the Jerky Boys. This is not trying to please you.
Right.
This is just going like. And when people were calling it jazz in the documentaries, like the first time I heard it after that DJ Andreas B suggested to me, I was going like, oh, it's like jazz.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people in the documentary were saying that, and I was like, yeah, like it's just
it's acid jazz.
Yeah, yeah. Now,
too soon.
But I was like, what? Just not just. And he was like, in the documentary he talks about, he's like, I was in band after band doing like, metal stuff, which is obviously what I'm into. I have the metal interludes. And he's like, but the phone calls were the things that I kept coming back to over and over again. And he goes, it was like around LPC 10, right? And they all of the covers have, different variations of something with a lamb, right? Volume 4, he basically totally rips off Black Sabbath Volume 4 in the layout and stuff like that. But he was like around 10.
A lamb or like a Baphomet?
It's more of a lamb. Okay. Like a cute little lamb.
Okay.
But still with, the fucking pentagram and all that shit. But he was like around 10, I was like, that's when I was like, I'm going to start making notes and actually trying to like frame. Because before I was doing pure improv.
For the first 10 or for the first 9.
Yeah. Which is,
impressive.
Yeah, like over a decade. And like, just. Decade. But then, it's that thing too where he's going like, don't forget about all the calls you don't hear on the albums. Because they're being cut together by other metal dudes.
So he sent, like you mentioned this in the beginning, that he sends all the raw files
to some guy to basically produce.
Oh, wow.
And then they're listening on a tape recorder, and they're like, all right, this is boring, this is boring, this is boring. And
this is the goal.
What's the best 30 minutes of LPC?
We're getting the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. And then that's just one album.
You gotta release the LPC cut.
Yeah.
So in the documentary, you basically see him, and he's going like, all right, you guys are gonna watch me do some boring calls, and then like, eventually you get some magic. But really, him breeding out of the victim the anger by investing the time to continue calling week after week, month after month, looking for Gomez, for instance.
It's brilliant. I mean, that's long.
And also but like picking up the cues too of like when I talk to somebody, like I know that they're a fucking freak and I know they can go crazy and I need to bring it out of them.
Yeah.
And like, I am because I'm doing this. I'm a total freak, but like I'm very calm and like cool. And like, I just know the right things to say to like, fucking make you crazy. It's playing an instrument, right?
Oh yeah. The guy's definitely a pro-am psychologist. Like he kind of can just on voice and he can tell like, oh, there's this person, they've got some trigger that I can, or button that I can push. I just have to find it.
I didn't play, but like there was a thing in Denver was in the Super Bowl, and he was calling random people's houses.
During the Super Bowl?
During the Super Bowl, halftime. And he was going like, I'm former coach Mike Shanahan. And he's like, I'm wondering how you think we can come back. And somebody's going, I don't watch football. I don't give a shit about it. And he's like, yeah, but what can we do to get back in this game? And he's going, and it's like, nobody's disputing that he's not Mike Shanahan. They're just going like, I don't care about football. Fuck you. And he's like, well, fucking, I'll come down there with my horsewhip, and they're like, he's like, well, I'll fuck you up. I got a baseball bat. He goes, well, you got to get out of baseball. You got to get back into football. Because I'm talking about football here. Like, he's like, just got these like super fast, like improv-y, stupid things.
Right. Well, what he's doing, and especially it's very evident in especially with the naming parts of what he's doing is the same trick.
Making you say dumb shit.
No.
Tasmanian syrup.
That is not. What I'm saying is the tricks he's using when people say a thing and he takes it and sends it back to them, reflects it back to them in a way, and then starts the conversation like that. He's using the same tricks that all of the psychics and the guys who would sit at stage and see ghosts were using.
Yeah.
They would say, I'm looking for, and someone would say a name, and they go, or they would say a name, and then someone would go, oh, my uncle was named. Yes, your uncle.
Yeah,
he's using those
He's a mentalist. He's a bit of a mentalist.
Yes, and he's using those same tricks to find a path into a place. It's
but to make you repeat his script as Sidney Poitier.
But that's exactly what happens in those things when people are on stage.
Except
what I'm saying.
But it's ridiculous because you're going.
Yes,
you're Sidney Poitier going like, I didn't order any millipedes. Whoever orders millipedes?
Right, but so exactly.
He's making you say it.
So what?
So you sound stupider, and it becomes funnier for the listener.
Yes, but as it's happening, it's not as necessarily so much so it becomes funnier for the listener. It's so because now they both agree on a premise. When Sidney Poitier says, I didn't order millipedes, that means millipedes have been ordered. So now they are both working off the same premise.
Well, now we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're like, I got to get rid of these millipedes. I don't care if you ordered them or not.
Listen, pal. It's
But
like it's like when you order. I mean, when you order a pizza to somebody's house times 1,000,000. Actually, what 1,000 legs.
Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna get to this, tell me. Feel free not to answer.
No. I mean, we're roundtabling now.
Did he ever get in trouble, or I mean,
I think he had one law firm actually be able to successfully trace back, and he was just like, "Oh, I didn't know they didn't want me calling." Like that was it. That was all of the blowback.
I didn't know I couldn't do that
in all of the ensuing years.
Never any other.
No.
Gosh, man, the Trebek thing is really great.
And so on the website to this day, like he's done.
He's got an LPC website.
Yeah, and you can order every one of the albums, which I legitimately do want to go through all of.
Can you get them on vinyl?
I don't think you can get them on vinyl.
Digital download.
But I do think he doesn't have the digital download option that I know of. And I did email him today asking for an interview.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's just gonna prank call.
I mean, yeah, I give
which is cool.
I mean,
which is now over email. He'll prank email you.
No, I gave him my phone number.
He should prank call Matthew Weigman.
I did want to talk to him about Matthew Weigman.
Then they're gonna fucking fuck up his phone bill.
Yeah, and I'll trace it back to us.
I did want to talk to him about Matthew Weigman. I wanted to have some of that.
Oh, we will talk.
Yeah,
to him
if LPC, if you're listening, we're all sweet boys, and
you're pretty brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, I really respect the shit out
of. Or maybe
of,
Matthew Weigman become his protege.
I don't think.
And then Matthew Weigman could be doing like Sidney Poitier calling Sidney Poitier.
No, you do need a sense of what.
Well, I mean, maybe about that time in the joint, he got a sense of humor.
All the time all the time in prison, he got a sense of humor.
Well, he probably read like Born Standing Up or something like that.
And then his white supremacist brother picked him up out of jail.
All right. Well, he'd love to call Sidney Poitier.
But I think what the Trebek thing kind of demonstrates though is the fact that Trebek, not only did he seem to put up with it, but he went out of his way to explain it to other people.
Oh no, he thinks it's curious.
Yes,
it is.
Yes.
He's curious,
which I think itself says that it's not obnoxious necessarily to everybody.
Right.
It's not. It's one of these things.
If you're a well-adjusted angel like Alex Trebek.
Yeah, you're like, we're here now. And isn't this kind of magic?
Yeah, isn't this funny?
If I was in my 20s working at the Clown Motel and someone called up like,
at your shit job,
all these bar, I would absolutely entertain
it does go to that Weigman thing, right? Where like Weigman was doing Romney and stuff like that. But it goes like, Alex Trebek is going like, if he knew, he'd be like, all right, just some guy that like he didn't really make it as a metal musician, so instead he did these like long form, very like absurdist phone calls to people. And now I'm a part of it to the tune of 50 minutes of material. And then when I get other celebrities tied into it with me, I just kind of go like,
I can set that.
Hey, we are all down this rabbit hole together. Isn't this weird?
Yeah.
At the whim,
cosmically,
at the whim of this random ass psycho. What in the holy living fuck is going on?
You think there's like an LPC celebrity support group? Where it's like Jeremy Piven and Sidney Poitier and Alex Trebek and Kiefer Sutherland all talking about the times that this guy ordered millipede.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Tasmanian syrup is like I don't even eat Tasmanian syrup. I eat regular like Vermont syrup. Talking about this, making you
and who's to say Tasmanian syrup?
The syrup that you drink.
You don't even know what kind of like Tasmanian syrup could be a fucking motor oil.
Yeah,
you don't know.
exactly.
You don't even like. You're assuming
it could
that
be a
you
wrestler.
eat it.
And it's 88.28, and it's on COD, and you just cut a check.
Just cut a check to my driver, man.
Check.
Nobody does COD. Cut a check to my driver.
Yeah.
What?
Good.
It's really, really.
It's always United Parcel
It's real weird.
UPS.
It's real underground. It's real niche, and I just discovered it thanks to our listener. Very grateful.
Thank you.
And I don't know. I mean, it's caught my imagination. I'm very, very interested. LPC, if you're listening and you hear this, if you want to do an interview, I would love to talk to you about it, and that would be great for us.
Yeah, we gotta get him. We gotta get him.
Yeah,
maybe on a burner phone or something like that.
I mean, he's a sensible man.
Yes.
Getting that out of you.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, he's not. Yeah, malicious.
Well, he's not the one going crazy.
Yeah, he's not malicious.
Yeah, he's not being a dick.
He's
about this.
He's creating something.
That is, I think, almost the superpower.
Yeah,
is to go like, if I call week 1, this guy won't be crazy, but week 8, I can see this guy doing a nutter, just like going doolally. Just fucking being like, you motherfucker, I'll fucking be like, like so many people threatening to shoot him.
Yeah.
So many. In Littleton?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, what the mayor of Littleton said was perfect about the whole state of Colorado is that you've got Boulder and Denver, and then you've got just like mountain people and farm people that just like, guns, God.
I just wanted to bring that to you boys. I got into it. I dived deep on it yesterday.
I like that a lot.
It's a lot of fun.
And, I love miscellany, and I love a tiny little niche.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the prank caller guy that guys in, like, death metal bands are listening to and think is the funniest dude on earth. What a treat.
Yeah. Because, you got a lot of time in the van or whatever. It's just like, put on fucking volume 12.
But also the idea that, like, it gets funnier the more you listen to it is something that I resonate with.
Oh, I mean, yeah, speaking of similar absurdist comedy that gets better the more you watch it, I think you should leave.
Yeah.
As one of those, and you just can't wait to share it with somebody.
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place.
Yes.
Like a bunch of those where
and
you
it's
go like,
quotable.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God. You're like,
and shit. And piss.
And bits of sick.
The more you watch it, you're like, oh, this is absolutely brilliant. And like, Joe hit me. He's like, I just watched all the DVD extras of just the Garth Marenghi.
There's a YouTube video with just the extras. Yeah,
deleted like the interview footage.
Yes.
And he goes like, they are fucking brilliant.
The interview footage is
so good. Anyway, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna say goodnight. I love you, boys. My name is John Fahey.
My name is Aaron Pita.
Good night, everybody. We love you.
Scarpins Avenue.